YouTube, what is up guys? It is it. Every season I put a new skateboard together using the new gear from my companies Revive and Force. Wheels, Revive being skateboards. So that's what I'm doing right here, right now. I'm in Las Vegas. I'm gonna put this board together, tell you everything I have going on with it, and then there's a flat bar around the corner that we're gonna skate. It is like the windiest day I've ever experienced out here. Yeah, this is a setup video. So I'm gonna put my sunglasses on, realize I don't need to do that. Let's get this started. All right, so the theme with this one, last time I just said lies the entire time when I was putting my board together. I'm gonna do stories, just whatever story randomly pops in my head. If you've been watching my videos for a while and you've heard the story, I'm sorry, just keep listening and a new one will take its place.
You know what makes me cringe more?
Not using the ratchet? I don't like
putting your hardware bolts.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do that for you. Steven Stees, my filmer, just said, because I always put this back on this, they don't roll away or anything, they just sit there, it's kind of nice. He brings a good point that you don't need to do that because I'm just gonna put them back together. So for him, I'm not gonna put my nuts on my bolts. I'm not gonna do it for you. Are you giggling? Really, because I said nuts?
When working at a skate shop, you just put stuff together properly.
When you go in the skate shop, do you just turn into Timmy from Arkansas? This is the back truck, okay? I'm gonna put it over there. The back truck is that way. First story is, as I take apart my old board, is that when I was like 4, my friend had kittens, okay? He didn't have kittens, his cat had kittens. And I was at his house playing and I had to go home. I had this plot in my head. I was like, all right, I'm gonna remember where he lives. I'm gonna pay attention to the roads and I am riding my tricycle to get one of these cats. I was gonna steal. I was 4 years old. I had a plot to steal my friend's kittens. I should've just asked for one because everyone's giving away kittens. Either way, later that night when I got home, like when it was like dusk, I got on my tricycle and I left. And I was 4 years old riding a tricycle down like a 45-mile-an-hour road in Bethel, Ohio, you know that. So yeah, not the best place for doing that. My dad's friend saw me riding in the middle of the street and he's like, Andy, what are you doing? And I was like, I don't know what I told him. He put me in his car and took me back to my dad and I ran. I knew I was gonna be so much in trouble, which I mean, if Ryden did that, he'd be in trouble. He'd be done. I was 4. I left home on a tricycle. I ran to the bathroom and tried to lock myself in it, but my freaking sister locked the door. Or she got to it before I locked the door. That's what I'm trying to say. I got in trouble. I don't remember what happened, but I was bummed. Go get it! This board is done. It's in decent condition. I'm probably gonna find someone here in Vegas at a skate park and say, hey, do you want a skateboard? Your board looks kind of and I'll give it to him. If I don't find anybody, I'll just take it back to Cincinnati and give it to Alex Buney, who turns these into mini greens and sells mini boards. So he recycles skateboards. It's kind of awesome. Back truck over there, front truck right here. Let's put together my skateboard. Let's talk about it first though. This is my board. It is an 8-inch Revive deck. This is the red and white sketch graphic from the new fall series. We have some AmGrip grip tape. I don't care about air bubbles, but I think like something when it flew in the plane was weird because these air bubbles there's a lot of, I don't really care though, but I had to point it out in case you guys see it because I know YouTube can't handle that. Got a Force sticker underneath here. It looks kind of cool. But AmGrip OG grip tape got scratched up. Thank you, Delta Airlines. I forgot to poke holes. This is Orion trucks. This is like the Space or Galaxy series. It's pretty cool. It has a little galaxy. I don't know if you can see it. I've been skating these for a little while. We have 53mm. What's the name of this? Catacombs. Sorry, I named it. So I actually came up with the concept too. And JP Couvert drew it, very good. JP actually did this too. This is the Catacombs, it's got a bunch of skulls on it. You probably can't really focus in on it, but if you go to theshredquarters.com, you can see all this stuff. This actually just came out today. Like as this video uploaded is when the Force Fall line is released. So check out the website if you want to see that, or your local skate shop, or don't, doesn't matter. Inside Bronson bearings, I just tested these out and they're pretty good so far. You know what, I have new hardware, but it's in the car, so I forgot to get it. What are we working here with? I'm gonna go get it, I think.
So I really like setting up boards and just like, you know, putting these little bolts back on here, even though I'm gonna take them right back off. And one time I sneezed milk all over myself and my cat actually, oh, he's back. All right, I guess we're done with this.
And then I got some Revive life bolts, which are Phillips head hardware. Super cool. It has 2 red bolts. It'll be here at the top of the board. Tell me which my nose is, but with the cutout, I already know. Either way, this board's actually gonna look really pretty. I've got some red here. I got some red going on with bolts, and it's a red and white colorway. Also, I got a bunch of black, white, and red stickers, which I'll show you when I do stickers. But let's put this thing together and continue with some weird stories from my past. There's a Black Widow next to me. That's a Black Widow. Oh my gosh, I'm killing that. Dude, let's look around, make sure we're not getting surrounded by deadly spiders. I would be so mad if I got bit by a Black Widow. That should be a story. One time I was doing a video right now and I got bit by a black, oh, I was about to use the wrong hardware. I want to point out that I should have put these nuts on these bolts because I'm getting new hardware. So these I could have put in a little emergency thing. That's how the world works. So when I was like 7 or 8, I don't remember. I was young, you know, I was a kid, just kid age. I saw Hook, the Peter Pan movie, which if you haven't seen it, stop watching this video right now and go watch Hook. It's so good.
Robin Williams.
Yes, gosh, it's good. I was watching that, and that changed my life. I was like, I want to be Peter Pan. I want to be him. So I got all the neighborhood kids together, and we like started our own Lost Boys, and I totally got to be Peter Pan. And I found this really cool stick, and I got like the plastic handlebar thing off of a bike, and I put it at the end of it, and I had this. It looked like a wooden sword. It was awesome. I saw Jurassic Park, the original, in the movie theater 9 times. And I wanted dinosaurs to be real so bad. I mean, I want them to be real now. Like, I heard a noise in the movie theater, and I saw scratches on the door when I was coming in, and I told my friend, I was like, I think there's velociraptors at the door. Look. And we went over, there was big scratches on it, and I was like, yeah, that's right. I freaked him out. He was scared. He shouldn't have been, because any logical person would realize that that wasn't velociraptors in the movie theater. Want to hear how much my 3rd grade teacher sucked? One, I think if you're gonna teach kids, you better be like a shining person. Let's put that out there. You should be a good person. This lady would just call out people and make them look stupid all the time in 3rd grade. How old are you in 3rd grade? I turned in a paper, and she thought the handwriting was bad. So she took the whole class to the front. She had everybody line up and walk by my paper and to look at it. Who all thinks Andy could write cleaner? Instead of just saying, Andy, let's work on this. Humiliated a freaking 8-year-old, which I wasn't humiliated. I was like, whatever, I don't care about this lady. Moving on to the back truck. Here's a story. We're gonna continue on with teachers. I had this really cool history teacher, Mr. Bartholomew. I'll call him by his name. And if you guys, if anyone out there went to Anderson High School earlier than now, they'll know who he is. He ruled. He was goofy. He like had a really good sense of humor and was really smart and funny. This kid, at the very first week, he asked to go to the bathroom and never came back. We don't know what happened. In the 2nd semester, like 5 months later, he came back to class. And Mr. Bartholomew, he didn't say anything like, hey, where you been or anything. You know, he just looked at me and was like, how was the bathroom? And the guy was like, good. He was like, cool. He just continued teaching class. You know what? I'm liking the school story, so I'll just keep going. I had a math teacher, which I won't go naming names. I was one of the 3 people or 4 people that passed one of her classes, and then she put me into like basic math the next year, and I'm good at math. Okay, I'm not good at many things, but I'm good at math. That's besides the point. She went into the closet to get something. One of the kids locked her in the closet. She got so mad. She was like banging on it. I don't know if he was just like standing by the door and not letting her out. I felt bad. I was like always the kid that like didn't want kids to be jerks like that. Saying the story now is funny, but I was like, dude, you're a jerk. Totally locked her, and then he just ran back to his seat, and she came out and didn't know who it was. And I don't think she ever found out. Anderson High School, if you want to know who it was, his name was Nick. I think it was Nick. All right, we'll go with this one. The popular girl, which actually I liked her. She was like, when you actually got to know her, she was super nice. This board is complete, now I gotta sticker it. She was like, look, honestly, I understand every sport, but I don't understand why anyone would skateboard. Okay, that's probably offending me right now because I'm 16. So she was like, what do you do? I was like, I don't know. I did like a 3 flip off of like a 1-story drop. You can flip? Yeah, I did a 360 flip. I can do like backside flips. Are you kidding me? And I was like, well, it's just the board. Oh, and she just turned around like super disappointed. I just spit everywhere. She was super disappointed. Like, I got her so psyched, and then I just took it away from her. We used to get the cops called on us all the time. I started skateboarding like in '98 or something. The 2000s, like skateboarding was the most hated thing in the world. Some of the cops were super nice. Some of them were mean. And one we called laughing gas cop because anytime we talked to him, he just laughed about everything. He didn't take anything serious. I'm sure he was a good cop, but when it came to skateboarding, he probably was like, why am I talking to skateboarders? I'm a cop, and I'm dealing with kids on their skateboard. Like, that does not make sense at all. We accidentally set off alarm at this skate spot. We didn't know it. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and the owners came to the building and they saw us skating, and then they, instead of just asking us to leave, which we would have, they called the cops. And laughing gas cop came, and he just came over like, hey, what happened, man? There's an alarm. You guys try to break in? We're like, no. I was like, oh, you know what? I threw a rock and it bounced off that and hit that door. Would that set it off? They're like, it might. He just laughed. He was like, all right, cool. Go back to skating. Have fun. And he leaves. The owners across the lot, they were like, they were talking to him. They didn't talk to us all. We didn't know they had anything to do with us. They came over, they're like, you need to leave. And we're like, that guy, like the cop literally just told us we could skate. No, we called him to kick you out. If you were like that, you should have just asked us. We would have left. We thought it was hilarious. They called the cops on us, the cops told us we could skate. And that's not what they wanted. We got a skull sticker. I don't really know what I'm doing with these. I one time hit my friend with a pool stick. And I felt bad because he was like the little guy in the group. And he was having a bad day that day. And then I accidentally hit him with a pool cue. Like I acted like I was swinging at him, then I hit him. Don't fake swing pool cues at your friend, unless they're Brian names. There's a flat bar right over there. I am going to go skateboard on it, but I hope you guys enjoyed the little story time while I set it up. Just to reiterate, I have an 8-inch Revive, red and white sketch deck, some Orion trucks, 53 Catacomb Force wheels, Bronson bearings, which have been awesome so far. This is my first time skating them. Am grip tape with a little force stick underneath, and then Revive Life Bolts hardware. I'm skating this in Vegas. Kickflip test, after flying across the country, which is just a kickflip. That shouldn't actually mean anything. Flat bar time, let's do this. So that rail just took away most of my stickers, but the board feels great. The flat bar is a little low, but I'm not complaining because I love flat bars and that was a ton of fun. Now I'm making excuses. Thank you guys for watching. If you want to get any of this gear, it's available at theshredquarters.com or a lot of skate shops all over the world are carrying it. If they're not, just ask them to carry our stuff, or go get another skater run brand that you know, is out there doing good things for your community. Just support skateboarding is my point. Thank you guys for watching. I do videos every single day here. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more from me, and I'll see you tomorrow. And that's it. I'm gonna go hopefully land a street skateboarding trick today. Ooh. That's my goal. Maybe not, I don't know. I'm trying to take it easy. Either way, you guys have a good one. Peace. Thumbs up. Ninja almost did a good trick. I'm pretty sure Doug just missed a board slide.